So, today I would like to speak to you guys about some just issues that are going on at the moment, just in regards to the whole kind of health and fitness industry. It's something I want to address because being on social media, especially, it is a visual-driven platform. So obviously, the best-looking people are going to be on top. And with these best-looking people, they got their shirts off. They're competitors mostly. They have amazing bodies, which is fucking awesome. And congratulations to them to be able to get to that point. However, the issue is that there's social media and these people at the top, they're filtering down to general population, to normal people who won't look like that. And the things they are teaching is not from a health-based perspective, okay? Because health and fitness, people seem to be forgetting about the health side of things, or really the fitness side of things either, and they're focused on the body aesthetics. And aesthetics can't be the only thing you focus on, because it's going to be a very shallow life. We all want to look good naked, 100%, obviously, but you can't just focus on the aesthetics. And just because you look good doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean you're healthy. People who take steroids, people who undereat, people who do all these things, you can look fantastic and still be shit on the inside and not be hitting everything. So the reason I wanted to create this video today, because a lot of these people, these fitfluencers, they're apparently accredited or whatever they are, and they speak about like they know nutrition, but they fucking don't. And it's a huge red flag for a lot of people who I follow, who I look at and I see what they teach, because they don't even understand how to teach the basic shit. And this is a massive failure for the industry, because all these people at the top who have these profiles, who have large followings, who are coaching people and are not teaching the correct things, is going to become quite detrimental, because it's going to be spreading across all of the general population and us normal people who just want to look a little bit better, feel better, and just be healthy overall, and they're not doing them justice. All right. So what do I mean by this? Well, let's first talk about food volume, okay? Because food volume seems to be getting quite excessive at the moment, and trying to get as much as you can for as little as you can. Now, why is this an issue? Well, firstly, the nutrients, okay? So usually what people are choosing for high volume are things like lettuce, zucchini, strawberries, jelly light, artificial sweeteners, sugar-free stuff. So when I say jelly light, there can also be the maple-free syrup, all those things, or lower nutritionally dense foods, so they can have higher calories. Like lettuce isn't that nutritionally dense. If you have just lettuce and zucchini as your vegetables, you're not going to get a lot of nutrition there. If you're having tons of sugar-free sweeteners and stuff a day because you're trying to manage your hunger, that's not a good thing. If you're trying to eat as much as you can for the smallest amount of calories, this is causing a bad eating behavior. And people are going to be upset about this and jump up and down and be like, oh, I don't think it does. It does. It causes bad eating behavior. For you to always be looking at the least amount of calories for the most amount of food, so you think you can be that full, that is a major issue for you, all right? Because firstly, normal people dieting don't need to go to these extremes. You shouldn't feel like you have to have a kilo of salad every time you eat, or feeling like you have to load up your plate with as much as you can for the least amount of calories. This is not a good behavior to be in, and it's not normal eating, you know? For the average person who wants to get to a healthy body fat, and if you're a female, that's probably gonna be around a low body fat mark would be around the 20% to the 19% range. And for a male, it's between the 12 to 15% range, maybe the 10 if you want to be a little bit leaner. Between 10 to 15% as a male and 19 to 25% as a female, you're in a sweet spot. And that means if you are higher than that and you want to diet down to there, it doesn't require that much extremeness compared to the people who are bodybuilding and comp prepping. You know, if they want to be that extreme, that's absolutely fine. But these extremes coming to normal people, and then normal people applying this, fucks up your behavior with food and your relationship and just the way that your hunger signals. If you're always trying to chase the fullness, right, you're going to have issues in the future trying to have a good appetite in general, or have a regular appetite, because every meal you think you have to be full. So how do you expect to go out and eat dinner without being scared to come home and eat down the whole kitchen, because your dinner is a regular portion? You get a piece of steak, you get some veggies, you get some fruit, you get some steak, you get some veggies, you get some potato or whatever it is. You eat that. You're never really full from that if you're someone who's used to eating high volume. So you go home and you binge, because guess what? That's what I used to do. All these things I'm talking about are things I used to do, and this is why I'm talking to you guys about it. So firstly, stop chasing high volume, low nutrients foods. Secondly, that's a reason for an issue, is because of the gut issues. So Artificial sweeteners taken in high amounts can cause gut issues. Sugar-free alcohols taken in amounts can cause gut issues. Having high fiber meals, like really high fiber, will cause stomach issues if you're having a large majority of fiber in one meal. Having egg whites can cause stomach issues because egg whites aren't absorbed properly. So what have I said? Sugar, alcohols, volume, sugar-free stuff, they're usually the most things that are going to cause gut issues for the most part. And then finally, low energy availability. So when you are someone who's dieting very hard, usually will be in comp prep, but not always, you go into something called low energy availability. Low energy availability has been shown to also cause gut issues. So you have this 5 little factor, and I saw this post the other day that I made a comment about because it had strawberries, oats, sugar-free maple syrup, avalanche dark drinking chocolate, zucchini, and I think that was it. Anyways, so with all that, he had the high volume, so it was about 500 grams of food. It had sugar alcohols, it had sweeteners, it had high fiber, and then also he's given this to people who are also in comp prep, I guess you would say. And I see other obviously influencers talking about these things too. They always talk about using lettuce or talking about these lower calorie foods and all this sugar-free stuff. And people are having stomach issues. It causes diarrhea. It causes you to have bloatedness. And for you to have this and think that it's okay, whether you're in comp prep or not, that is not health seeking. It's not healthy behavior at all. So trying to have all these things to shove all these low calorie stuff, high volume into foods to cause gut issues is not a good idea. If you think having gut issues is okay, then that's a big issue, you know? And the same thing, if you go and show what these fitfluencers are doing for meals and you give it to a food psychologist, you know, or you give it to a dietitian, most of these people are going to be like, what the fuck are you eating? And the dietitians and the food psychologists, the people who have been through actual training and know how to create good health, you know, just in general, especially the dietitians, for them to say this is not okay, what else am I supposed to tell you? That person who is the highest qualified to say this is not a good idea, yet these influencers think it is, means the influencers are wrong. When the data comes back and shows that certain things can cause issues that you shouldn't be doing, and they go against the information out there, and they teach people the wrong behaviors, they are shitty coaches. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. So having all these things, being so food focused, obsessing over trying to get as much volume as you can, and choosing low nutritional value foods is not good for you, all right? We want to be able to have a wide variety in our diet. And this is why we have the Australian guidelines if you're watching from Australia, okay? So we have servings of vegetables. We have 5 servings of veggies a day. It's 375 grams in total. That's like 130 or 150 calories for 375 grams of vegetables. It's not a lot. So use variety. Choose different vegetables. Lettuce and zucchini only is fucking stupid. Don't just have lettuce, zucchini, and spinach. Choose something that's not leafy and green. Go for other stuff. Eggplant, mushroom, capsicum, cauliflower, fucking broccoli, carrots, cucumber. You've got so many different options out there. Choose different foods, all right, with your vegetables. Then it comes to fruit. Stop eating just strawberries. We have so many different fruits out there. You have mixed berries in general. You have apples, you have bananas, you have mangoes, you have passion fruits, you have pears, you have watermelon, you have rock melon. You have so many different fruit options there. Stop choosing just strawberries. Give yourself variety in your diet, all right? Because why do we have variety? Different colors are going to contain different nutrients. Different nutrients means you're going to help hit all of your micronutrient goals, all right? Because we do have a focus at the moment where people are eating their protein and coaches are focusing just on the calories and the protein and all these things and eating within 5 grams of your targets. Yet where's the fucking recommendations about the health? About the normal healthy things you should be doing on a day-to-day basis just to be overall like healthy in general, all right? And that comes from your plants. So your veggies and your fruits. Keeping the rotation, keeping it high in micronutrients. Again, blues, oranges, greens, all these different colors. Make sure you have them in your diet, all right? Then we move from there, we've got the dairy side of things. So low-fat dairy is gonna be a good choice. You wanna have 3 servings a day of low-fat dairy. Usually a low-fat dairy, or like a dairy serving is gonna be different. So it's about 25 grams of cheese, it's a cup of milk, it's 1 Chobani Greek yogurt tub. Just look at the serving size based on what you're going to have dairy-wise, and it will tell you that. It's a scoop of protein powder, etc. So you've got dairy, then you also make sure you have your whole grains. We want 3 servings at least of whole grains a day. One serving of whole grain is going to depend again on the serving size. So it's like 45 grams of oats. It's one slice of whole grain bread. Look on the serving size packet. Get 3 servings of whole grains a day. Again, the reason we want whole grains and our fruits and veggies, not just for our micronutrients, but also fiber. If you hit these 3 things, you're going to be sitting at about 30 grams of fiber a day, just from having 375 grams of veggies, 300 grams of fruit, and then 3 servings of whole grains. And this is going to put you not at a high amount of calories, you know? To hit all these habits I'm talking to you about, it's 1,000 calories a day. 1,000 calories to tick off all the boxes to be a health-seeking individual, and then you can use the rest of your calories as you want, right? So fruits, veggies, dairy, whole grains. Another one, of course, fiber, which has just been covered by eating all them. Then we have our protein and our minimum fats, all right? But these are our bases. Like, these things are just health-promoting foods that we want to have on a daily basis. These are the things you should be keeping in rotation. Change up your fruit and veggies. These are things you should be doing before you look at anything else, you know? You focus about meal timing. You focus about, oh, should I spread out my protein? You focus about pre-post workout. You focus about supplements and all these things. People ask about green supplements. Just eat veggies and fruit and rotate them, you know? If you do those things, you're gonna be way better off. And stop being so food focused about trying to get as much as you can for as little as you can. Because again, it's fucking up your stomach, it's fucking up your hunger cues, and it's fucking up your relationship with food. You need to just build a good relationship with food, with eating the healthy things you know you should to tick off those habits, and then go from there. The people who are in comp prep, the bodybuilders, all these coaches, aren't always teaching you what they should be, because they're in a different area, you know? They're focusing on the physique, they're focusing on all this, which is absolutely fine, but if they can't teach it to the regular people who are trying to achieve just healthy overall goals, then they're fucking doing you guys a disservice, you know? And it doesn't matter how good they look. It doesn't matter how much you think they know about working out and meal timing and shit like that. Just the basics. The basics are going to get you the most just overall health, you know? Then, of course, your protein, your minimum fats. But, like, this is all you need, guys. We don't need to get into such obsessive tendency or thinking we start adding weird concoctions together to try and get volume because, again, you know, having such high volume goals in regards to eating is not normal if you're just trying to lose a certain amount of weight and be at a healthy body fat. It does not require as much rigidity, as much obsessiveness, or as much just food focus as you think it is. And these influencers are doing a disservice to all you people. So it's something for you guys to think about. I really think you want to have a wide variety in your diet, again, to reduce your stomach issues, to increase your food variety, to have a healthier relationship with food, and just to feel better overall. Stay away from the people who are teaching the bad stuff. Make sure you unfollow them. Do not aim for trying to eat everything you can with high volume stuff and restore your relationship with food, because it's going to be much better off overall, not just for your mental health, but also just overall physical health by having a wide variety diet, which is what everyone should be talking about anyways at the end of the day. So that's my little rant for the day. Hope it was helpful. Speak to you guys next time.